name is Angelica van Dam, and in this knowledge clip I'm going to tell you something about co-creation.
There are a lot of definitions about co-creation already, and a lot of people interpret it differently. Well, first of all, co-creation is not about self-service. It's not about the customer is the king. It's much more than that. It's more like creating value together, involving the customer at the beginning of the process and not only at the end. But it's also really about dialogue. So keeping the dialogue open and alive, having interactions, really listening to your customer. A great example, again, of an experience platform as well, but also of co-creation is Lego. Because Lego was at the verge of going bankruptcy. And well, they managed to come alive again by having a close look at what is our product really about. It's not a toy for children, it's a toy for every age. There even are men in their 30s or 40s who are really passionate about Lego, but they are ashamed. They are ashamed to tell that. So what they did was really clever. They changed their business model and they changed the way people looked at Lego. They made it accessible for every age. For example, by giving them this tool, a tool of designing your own Lego, and when you had a really good design, you could even receive 5% royalties about it. Well, and now Lego is doing really well again, and they are acting more like a facilitator instead of the producer, where the consumer can do what they want and where they can use Lego as a means to be more involved. So there's also a model for co-creation, and that is the model of DART. It's introduced by Prahalat and Ramaswamy, and the DART model consists out of 4 elements: the D of dialogue, the A of access, the R of risk assessment, and the T of transparency. So dialogue we already discussed during this knowledge clip. Dialogue is about listening, but it's also about learning and communication and giving stakeholders equal opportunities to contribute, having interactions with them, having talks with them. So that is important if you want to achieve co-creation. But access is also really, transparency is also really important. Transparency is about being open, because that builds trust, or being clear and providing insight in the information that you give to customers. For example, on Wikipedia, where you can see who changed the text in the different definitions and the different pages. So they are really transparent. Then we have risk assessments. And that one was changed by Reflexivity a couple of years ago, in 2014. Risk assessment is about giving consumers information about the risks they have, about the possible damages. For example, when you post your picture on Facebook about a picture of you having a party while you say that you are ill to your employer, well, that's a risk, of course, because maybe your employer sees what you did and fires you. So it's really important to be aware of the risks you have. And reflexivity is more about using the continuous flow of feedback to improve your platform constantly, because feedback is really important. You really need that to improve your platform and to improve the process. And finally, we have access, the A of access, which means access to tools and access to information. If you want people to co-create, you need to give them the information that they need. And you need to give them the tools they need. Maybe they need some technical tools or something. So it's really important that they have access to those things. It also works the other way around, because you as a producer, you need access to your consumer as well. And people they tend to close off the channels through which a producer tries to reach us. So that calls for a different attitude, to get access to both. So, well, this is for now.